guys, hope you're all doing well. Hope lockdown's not treating you too badly, but that's probably one of the main reasons why I've started doing these videos. I just want to do a few little tutorials really on just simple stuff that you might already know. So like hair care, skin care, might do a few like makeup tutorials. I'm going to do a hair care tutorial on how to get the best curls, how to get the most out of the products that you're using with a few simple-ish techniques, but really important. If you guys have got curly hair, this one is definitely for you. But even if you haven't, I think you should still try this, because some people feel like they've got really straight hair, but actually they might have a little bit of a wave in there. They might be able to encourage that, and I'm all about kind of just waking up in the morning, putting something in my hair and just letting it do its own thing. I'm probably gonna use some products that you might have heard of before, might not have heard of before, and again, use up what you've got at home if you've got stuff at home, and if you've got any questions about anything that I'm doing, please just pop it down there and I'll do my best to try and answer it as honestly and as truthfully as I can. So I'm going to do my own hair. So first thing I need to tell you is my hair is quite curly and naturally wavy. You know? It's got like a bit of a natural wave, and what's happened is I've just got out of the shower, I've shampooed and conditioned my hair, and most importantly I've used a tangle teaser to tangle tease the conditioner through my hair. And you should do that every time, especially if you've got sort of like jaw length or longer hair. Using this to comb conditioner through is really, really helpful. So that's one thing that we're going to be using today, is tangle teaser. I've got, like I said, I've got out the shower, my hair's already started drying on its own, and I wouldn't usually let it do that. I'd usually start doing work to it as soon as I get out the shower. So what I'm going to do now is just quickly spray my hair down. So I'm just going to pop a towel on my shoulders. I'll probably fast forward this bit because it's probably going to be a bit boring, but yeah. So just some water in a bottle like that. I'm just going to spritz my hair back down. Again, this tutorial, like I said, is really good if you've got naturally curly or wavy hair, but still give it a go, because you might be surprised at what your hair can do. So, lovely, right. So the next couple of things you are going to need is, and it sounds a bit weird, but a t-shirt. Yeah, just any old t-shirt, cotton t-shirt, and again, you can just use that now as your hair t-shirt. And I'm going to take that same spray bottle that's kind of like about halfway filled with water, and I'm just going to grab a little bit of conditioner, and I'm going to pop a little tiny drop of that in there, so you can probably see in the bottle there, just a tiny little bit like that. Okay, tiny bit. I'm using this conditioner, it's called 100% pure. I don't know whether you can really see that there. There we are, it's called 100% pure, and I buy it from a company called Naturismo. I'll pop the link down there so you can have a little look. It's 100%, that's what it means, it's 100% organic conditioner, and anything that I'm leaving on my hair all day, I try to go as natural as possible. I sometimes use other shampoos and conditioners. I use supermarket shampoos and conditioners. Some of them are brilliant, some of them not so good. But I try to go as natural and as organic as possible, just because that's just what I like to do. Curly hair can tend to be a little bit drier, so I'm not going to spray this on my roots because I don't want to weigh my roots down. I'm just going to spritz a little bit through the ends. So a little bit in there. And same on the other side. And what I love about doing this is the next day I don't have to wash my hair. I keep the rest of this spray and I use that to refresh my curls. So once my hair's fully dried, when I've slept on it, they can be like a little bit frizzy still, and it all looks like a bit of a bird's nest. So I literally just spritz it with that all over the next day, and it brings it back to life again, and I just let it dry on its own. Now, I feel like I do want a little bit more movement up here, you know, because my hair is a bit heavier, a bit thicker. If I leave this to dry on its own, which 9 times out of 10, that's what I prefer to do. Today I'm going to dry it with a diffuser to show you guys like a bit of a quicker way of doing it. But 9 times out of 10, I'll just leave my hair and it will just dry, and that's the best my hair will ever look, because I just like it when it dries on its own. But I do find that sometimes it pulls the roots down because of the weight of that conditioner and everything in my hair. It pulls the roots down, it can look a little bit flat. So I'm going to use this spray here by Aveda. It's called their Texture Tonic spray. Hopefully you can see that. And I just bought the smaller one because I love Aveda products. I use lots of different ones, but I've never used this one before. So I just bought a small one. I think it's about £8, something like that. And I've used this now a couple of times. and it's been perfect. It's not been too heavy. So I've popped a little bit on the roots there, a little bit underneath in my crown, and then I'm going to pop a couple of sprays on the ends, a couple of sprays on my hands, and just put that into the ends of my hair. So like everyone, every section of your hair needs different things, and that's a massive trick that I learned when I was doing like photo shoots and stuff like that, because I'd always just think that one product was going to work and it didn't. You need like, I need like a bit of hold here, a little bit of hold on the mid lengths, but then I need a tiny bit of hold on the ends, but mostly moisture. So yeah, it's up to you to decide exactly what you need. Again, if you've got any questions or you want a little bit of extra advice, pop it down there and I'll have a little look and see if I can help you guys out. So usually I just leave my hair like that, but what I'm going to do today is I'm going to use a t-shirt, and what this does, oh, just kicking the camera over there, what this does is it kind of forces the hair to be curly by drying any excess moisture out and then keeping the curl in the best hold that it can be. So I'm just going to plop my hair into it and scrunch like that. So plop my hair into it and then scrunch, plop my hair into it like that. I'm just going to keep turning the t-shirt round so I get a dry side. This helps to dry the hair, get the excess moisture out so that it dries a bit quicker, but also the curl stays intact. So that's it, that's the shape. So I've created the shape first before I've even thought about drying it. I've wanted to get everything in shape. I've got my parting in, I've popped a bit of extra moisture spray in there, a little bit of texture spray, and I've got the hair into the shape that I want it to be before I've started drying. Now again, you can just leave your hair to dry like that, but I'm going to use a diffuser today, and yes, I've got the Dyson one because this Dyson hairdryer is just amazing. And again, I'm not being paid to say this, by the way, and I'm not against any other beauty bloggers who get paid for doing stuff. I have had endorsements in the past, and I will be really honest, if ever I recommend a product that I've kind of got an agreement with. But this I've bought out of my own money, and I've used lots of different hair dryers. I've been hairdressing for 12 years now. I've used lots of different hair dryers, lots of different diffusers, and yet I've not found one as good as this. This is really, really good. And it's a really low setting that you can get this down to, and that's kind of the trick when you've got curlier hair. I don't like to be blasting this with hot heat because you just end up with frizz, frizz, frizz. So all I'm going to do is put it on a low setting, so low heat and low speed, and I'm just going to spend 5 minutes gently diffusing my hair. So you might not hear me, and I'm probably going to fast forward this bit, but I just want to tell you what I'm not doing is scrunching it at the same time with my hand, because again that will create loads of frizz. I'm just going to pop the hair into the diffuser like that, and then I'm going to switch it on. Okay, so once I've gone around that whole bottom section like that and it's all dry, I'm then going to go and do the mid-length. So what I don't want to do is flip my head over. You can do, and if that works for you, carry on and do that. So what I'm going to do, just pop my hands underneath here and just go in with the diffuser against my hand all the way around the mid-length section. Lovely. And now that that's all dry, this is a good time to kind of like reassess what your hair needs. So you might want to just go back in if it's feeling a bit dry and spray a little bit more of your moisture spray if it's feeling a little bit dry on the ends. Mine feels all right actually, because that's really moisturized it. Or if it feels like you could probably have a little bit more curl in there, you could go back in with a little bit of texture tonic. And now I'm going to do the root area. So again, I'm just going to kind of, this is where I'll probably just tilt my head forward slightly and just go in really gently, not kind of scrunching it up too much, and just get the roots kind of a little bit more dried off. So that's it, that's my little tutorial. Again, it's not 100% dry now, it's probably about 90-95% dry, but I find that that just is just enough really. And then I like that last bit to just dry on its own. So this is it. This is the final product. So this is now sort of like 2 hours after my hair's dried. I've just absolutely left it, not touched it. It's really important not to touch it through that drying stage, because the more you touch it, the more you're going to ruin the curl memory. But yeah, there we are. So it's really bouncy. The most important thing I think here is that my hair feels completely weightless. It feels like I've got absolutely nothing in my hair. It's really nice. Even though we use that moisture spray and that texture tonic, it just doesn't feel like I've got any product build up in my hair, which is really good. And that's important to me because I like to be able to kind of like move my hair around throughout the day. But yeah, there we go. Hope you like that little tutorial. Please let me know if you think it was simple as well, because I want to try and make sure that these things are kind of effortless and simple and achievable for you guys at home. And again, I want to send out massive love to all my hairdresser and beauty friends out there who are struggling through this time. But please share your tips, share your advice. If you do try it out at home, please let me know, and any questions, I'll do my very best to answer them. Have a good day.